was what it was on night one. And then we get to night two.
Great.
And they bring out Miz again. And you think, oh, for fuck's sake. Well, this was at the point in the night as well. It's like, are we really wasting more time? You lads.
But I'll tell you a good story in a minute. I'll tell you.
As much as I'm a defender of 2 Night Manias, I was like, come on, how much time are we filling here? Oh, Miz is going to do something again. Oh, Miz is going to wrestle again, is he? And then Snoop Dogg grabs the mic, JP. And our favourite song hits. And I'd forgotten in the moment that we'd had a Shane and Miz WrestleMania match before.
Yeah.
Opening that WrestleMania where me and you, JP, sat with Joe, sat in a hotel in Germany and watched that match live at the fucking time of our lives as it happened. I think it was Germany. I was definitely with you when we watched it. And then here we are again. Like, Shane McMahon comes out. And our lads, I don't know if I can do this justice. Like, I was pissing myself. Like, from the start of Shane coming out, giving daps to Snoop Dogg, and I had in my head, JP, fucking, this was Succession. This was Kendall. We say everything else this weekend, Succession. Kendall Roy getting on the mic. G to the OG or whatever the rap is he does about his dad. Like, he's trying to be all cool with Snoop is 50-something-year-old Shane. We forget that. He's fucking 52. He gets away with, he's the son of Vince. Oh, it's Shane O'Mac. It's only harmless Shane O'Mac. He's a 50-something-year-old man, JP, at the end of the day. Trying to be cool.
He was fucked coming down the ramp.
Yeah, he couldn't
the
talk.
Clues were there. This was the beginning of, like, I mean, I watched it in the morning, and I imagine in the moment, I know Matty, you're saying, I laughed throughout the entirety of this, which at one point, like, my girlfriend's with me. She's watching me laughing. She's looking at the screen and going, why are you laughing at that? Yeah. And I was just like shaking my head. I went,
we're not laughing at his injury, are we? We're laughing at the whole package.
I'm laughing at his injury.
Oh, no, wait,
sorry.
No,
it's funny.
I hope he's fine.
I'm not being a grown-up about it. I refuse.
No, Benno, I'm trying to defend
that should be the last ever moment of that man ever in a ring.
But it won't be now.
Again.
It won't be now. He's got to come back now after that.
That's the thing. He came out and, like, people were trying to defend him being knackered by going, oh, he's emotional. Because I'm sure he was. You know, we didn't think he was going to be back in WWE. Yeah, you know, but there was probably an element of that. You know, after the Rumble last year, his dad kicked him out the company. He's probably lost
800,000 Rumble for him, mate. He shouldn't be crying. He should be crying with fucking laughter. Again, 800K for booking and that. That's what he got paid that year.
But there's probably a part of that. But like you said, JP, blown up. Outfit shouldn't be out there. And then he shoots Miz off the ropes.
Yeah.
Drop down goes well. Leapfrog. And the best part was in the middle of the leapfrog. Like, I think Michael Cole says something along the lines of, he's still got it.
Yeah.
And then he comes down. And it was like that scene, Matt, of like, basically can't get back up.
And it's the one after Benno.
I thought his knee had gone, but obviously it was his quad, which is, you know, I do hope he gets better.
Yeah.
I know.
Like the old fella.
But I'm still going to laugh at it because then Miz keeps running the fucking ropes.
How funny was it though? Oh my God. But Miz panicked a bit and he did redeem himself when Snoop got in there, of course. But I'll tell you what, boys, right? This was, as you said, Benno, you were saying, like, killing time. Me and Crewy were at that point where we hadn't said nothing to each other for 15 minutes because we were knackered, right? And as soon as we seen that, we didn't stop laughing for 10 minutes. We were crying, JP. Literally, the couch was wet off tears. Oh my God, it was. We had it on Twitter, replaying it straight away. It was incredible.
They weren't got it.
Oh no, never. It's been edited out already, hasn't it?
Yeah, the YouTube clip hasn't got that bit in it. Yeah. It just starts from
honestly though, boys. I mean, I hope he's well, but you can't deny it.
But it couldn't be more perfect, could it?
Yeah, I know. It's Jade. Why is he doing like in the ropes? Just do him in. Just try
no business doing that.
No.
But the one person who didn't panic in all of this is the man who I'm going to conservatively say was pretty caned.
Yeah.
Just saying that, throwing that out there amongst this world of teetotalers and fucking everything else. It's the bloke who's fucking caning it thinks, right, I'm calling an audible on the ring here.
He sparks mystery.
He does. He has to do it twice, gets the time. You know, the awful people's elbow. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit,
Gives a shit. it completely did take away from everything else. And that's all being done on the fly. I mean, he has no natural aptitude for wrestling, Snoop Dogg. But fuck me, did somebody get, yeah, right, how do we get the show on? Yeah, I'm just going to go in and get involved. I'm just going to go in and save it. And fair play to the Miz as well. But then
selling the people's elbow like he
selling
fucking shot. Yeah. He didn't get up for ages. Fair play to him as well. But Snoop was like incredible.
Sleight
Snoop
of hand,
Dogg,
wasn't
it? Snoop Dogg. It's
like,
nuts.
Because you're moving Shane out the way, like we're almost forgetting Shane was even in the scene.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, that first thing was all on a shoot.
Yeah, surely not.
Why was he there? That's so Vince. That's the most Vince thing in the world. I know who'd be great for night 2 for coming and attacking the Miz. My son Shane. And you just, someone like, this is where you want to sort of get, I don't know, this Shapiro bloke, whoever he is, going to Harry Emanuel going, I don't know, mate. Like, look at this stuff. No fucking part of this whatsoever.
Snoop is now Vince's new son, I think, after this, because like you said, the wherewithal, the awareness, the showman in him that knows.
Yeah,
I've got to say this here. I don't know, and people are going to say the ref was feeding him stuff. She was. I watched it back. I almost don't want to know, like, was this planned anyway? Were they going to do this afterwards? Maybe. But it felt real. Maybe there was going to be a punch, but like the people's elbow just felt like it was like Snoop. That's a movie knows because he used to watch wrestling years ago.
Yes.
Can't fucking run the ropes to save his life. Like he's just literally
how funny was that? Yeah, bouncing off.
Doesn't even really know. Like he went the wrong way. Every old man knows that he went the wrong direction, didn't he?
Makes it better.
The elbow was the wrong direction. It was a terrible elbow. Didn't even do the leg bit. Didn't matter. It was fucking brilliant. And then to cap it off, he pins him to win a match that he wasn't in the first place, Matt.
Yeah.
Ref counts 3. We all go home happy. Where's Shane McMahon? In the back of an ambulance somewhere. We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about Snoop Dogg. We're thinking about The Miz. God bless him. Like,
it's even Snoop when Shane was down. You're okay, cuz he must be better than Oscar.
You can't do my dog like that.
Honestly, I'm gonna watch that. Obviously, unedited. I want to watch it again.
Yeah. But it's true. After all of those fucking spots that Shane McMahon has done over the years, I didn't even think of this,
JP. I know. I didn't even think of that.
Leapfrog.
Yeah.
Leapfrog all said in.
Titans run and everything.
You know, we had
the thing. Ironically, you would learn in the Performance Centre, wouldn't you? Amongst anything, the one thing that makes you you're getting.
Probably should have gone. Who was the highest in that ring? Maybe Shane. But no, you should say credit, like you said, credit to Miz because like the way he circled Shane was great. You know, you could see he was giving him time, and then he was up for all the Snoop stuff. He is, he's a for good and bad, he's a team player, Miz, isn't he? The fact that he's even doing this in the first place, it was kind of a shit role that was really unnecessary. If you had Snoop anyway, why was Miz the host?
In fairness, for this, he has overachieved enormously. The Miz
does deserve credit for all that everything he gets put into. He
and is happy to look silly.
Yeah, to that because as you say, Ben, I don't want to know that like Snoop got feathered in that. But even on the I've seen a bit today. Miz as he hits the elbow, Miz is shouting, "Cover me to him." Do you know what I mean? Because Snoop wouldn't have pinned him. It was just all that taking that fucking pinfall off that. Proper though, really, really good.
And this was better, JP, I would say, than if it had gone to plan. Because if it had gone to plan, Shane might have done a coast to coast, and who knows how that would have went. Or he might have done his traditional elbow spot.
Might have got worse injured, mightn't he?
I don't know.
This was better though.
He might have forgotten to dive on the right side of the ropes and just coast to coasted the steel steps on the outside. It's a fucking daft thing to do. He's not a wrestler. There is like. He is, and I would confidently say he is the best bad wrestler in the world. Like he is. He's the best. Like if there's a bad wrestler, it's him.
Him or Vince.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got people like Logan Paul and Bad Bunny who are good now. I don't know if that
he is deluded. Though Shane is so deluded about this. I've practiced some MMA.
Then digs. He hit Miz with a couple of spuds early on as well before he got any live rounds.
They still look terrible, don't they? I was recording about the Mandalorian for the Star Wars recap we showed with WH, who hadn't seen any of Day 2, knew that something had Shane McMahon, and I had to explain this whole segment to him. But like,
making it up.
This is something, and he just sat there shaking his head and was like, "What the fuck?" I said, "You do have to see it."
Yeah,
like, you will laugh.
If anyone hasn't
message
seen
from
this,
Joe,
watch
just
it.
saying, I've never laughed so hard. That's the one thing I've taken from it. like I say, just like on my fucking knees with laughter.
He was gone, Beto. Worse than me. He was
I can imagine.
Yeah, he was gone. Like, proper gone.
Snoop Dogg, like, I've never had a message with more emojis from Joe. I didn't know he was on emojis, man, but he fucking loved that too. Crewy loved it. Like, it's I can't wait for Garrett to see it. I don't think Garrett's seen it yet. We should watch. We get his reaction live when he eventually gets to the part.
It's incredible, though, isn't it?
I'm gonna remember that more than I am some of these amazing matches that happened on Mania weekend. Genuinely, like, amazing.